I think I'm on. I think I'm on. I think I'm on. Am I on? Is this thing on? I think I am. Welcome to JLJ this morning, live. Okay, let's set up the chat room. Everybody comes in. It's Christmas Eve. I slept wrong. My neck hurts a little bit, so I'm not as animated yet because I'm trying to get myself together. A little sore. But thank you guys for watching and tuning in every day this week. We're doing this. Yes, Christmas Eve. I got this actually from my friend Flobito, it was somehow Eve before Eve. Yeah. My coffee. I'm trying to move the screen over so it looks like I'm looking at the screen. There we go. There we go. That's better. Much better. I'm trying to get all this stuff. There we go. Daisy Flower, Texas Ranger. Right, come on in. The water's fine. Today, it's almost the end of the year, folks. For my company, I'm looking at numbers and seeing what worked, what didn't. Looking at my life, what worked, what didn't. I was going through my friends lists and just getting rid of people. I just don't know why I'm friends with them. We don't talk. That happens. Candace Mack, good morning, America. That's funny, Candace. I meditated this morning. It's raining in Los Angeles, raining really hard. I love it. My garden feels alive. I'm wearing this sweatshirt in honor of my friend, the late Adolfo Shabadu Quinones. If you don't know who he was one of the original lockers, a dance group in Los Angeles that with Tony Basil, yes, that Tony Basil, oh, Mickey, you're so fine. They started a whole dance movement back over 50 years ago. Shabadu also was in the movie Break-In. He was the lead guy in Break-In, the movie from the 80s that had the breakdancing and stuff. He also danced with Madonna and made others on tour. He was in my show Breaking Into like 5-6 times. He became my friend. We were almost birthday twins. He died unexpectedly a year ago yesterday. So hello, Dolores Sales. Salutations to you too. This was his clothing line, and he gave me this. He gave me several sweatshirts and stuff and hats, and I'm wearing this in honor of him. It was meant to make you look good, but also make you empowered. So I'm wearing that, and I miss him every day. I miss him all the time. He was a trip. You call me Jimmy sometimes. You know I hated Jimmy, but he could get away. You have those friends who get away with certain things. That was him. And he supported my career so much. I mean, in so many different ways, on and off the camera. That kind of support meant everything to me. And so when he died, I talked to him the day before. And when he died, I was devastated. So in honor of him, I'm wearing that. But also, this Junior's coffee is a little strong. It's been a year already. It has. My friend Laurel, who I was very close to, passed away today, I think about 7 years ago. And I look at that. My friend Laurel May was amazing. She was a very unique person. We were super close. I met her in San Francisco, my former business. She helped run a magazine thing, and Laurel and I became very close, very fast. We're fast friends. We did a lot of things together. She was so supportive of my career also. And when I left San Francisco, I had been there 16 years. When I left, she didn't want me to go, of course. But she was like, she said, you're going to be a star, James. You're going to go to LA. You're going to take LA by storm. And I didn't know what that meant. I was just coming to LA, start my life over at 40. And Laurel's around my age. And Laurel was like, you're going to be a star. And so when she died of cancer. So fuck cancer. I emceed her funeral. She had 2 funerals. She was that popular. She had 2 funerals, one in Arizona and one in San Francisco on Potrero Hill. That's this area of San Francisco. And I emceed her funeral. And people kept coming up to me going, she said you'd be a star in Los Angeles. You'd be a star. She loved you so much. She was so happy for you. And it was just really crazy that I didn't know I was going to be when I came to LA. I had no idea. And she said that. Not saying I'm a star, but I am known in certain circles. And she was right. So to Laurel May, I love you. I miss you also. very much. It's just I've had so many profound people in my life, and I was just thinking to myself, this all leads to Miss Marie. Your brother's name is Jimmy. I have a lot of James Jimmys in my family. I have a lot in my family. But let's see. I grew up multicultural, multiracial. I am interviewing a guy tonight who's white. He wrote a book called "Confronting Racism," a white guy confronting racism. He said got notes and things there. We're going to talk tonight, and I'll probably be out tonight or tomorrow. But I'm very interested. I read his book, and I'll say my commentary for that show. But we're going to talk about him. And I just was thinking, I grew up multiracial, multicultural. I would not be here if the races didn't mix. My kids wouldn't be here if races didn't mix. Grandkids wouldn't be here, the whole thing. But I am a Black man. Largely, it's how I'm viewed as a Black man in America. That's how I've been treated. And I am just so glad that I have had and have friends and family of different races, backgrounds, and cultures, and thought processes. I do. I think if we were all the same in my life, it'd be boring. I mean, I go to places around the country where it's very homogenized. Everybody's the same. And everybody functions because they don't know what they're missing. But you don't know what you're missing. I love breezing into town and being the Black cousin from California to my cousins in Ohio. And I'm like the only Black person there. And I'm like, just like breaking down their barriers and thought process and stereotypes. I love doing that. I think it's one of those things where I just love talking to people who are just different than me. And we're losing that. And I get why on some level, why I know people are angry, people are upset, people are tired of what has been out there, and everybody wants equality, and I get all that. Trust me, I get all that. Right? Trust me. But also, there are people who don't think the way I do. They actually aren't that harmful, and we just have some of our thoughts are just different. I mean, on fiscally or whatever. It's not really that I should hate them, but they bring other things to my life. My life, I'm not just all black all the time. I mean, I am looks wise, but you know what I mean. But I don't walk around screaming black. I always walk around saying I'm 52, 52, 52. I don't do it all the time. I'm many things. I'm left-handed. I'm a Taurus. I'm grumpy. I'm fun. I'm bitchy and shady and intellectual and silly. I'm many things. I'm just many things. And I was looking at my friend profile. I was like, I have some really interesting friends. I have a stepbrother who I'm very close to, and he's Republican. Whatever, but we're very close. I know that if I called and said I need him, he'll be here. I mean, he would be unconditionally. He'll be here. I need you for this. You come on down, take care of business. Meanwhile, I have other siblings that claim to be not Republican, and I couldn't call them for shit. So I'm like, so who do you go to? The ones that align with you politically so much, or the ones that are really there for you and like seriously are there for me and I know care about me. I mean, I know they do. Because I would question my mind. People are complex. People are different. I have my other friend, I mentioned his name, Christopher Metzler, who's a really smart guy. He's a Republican. And we don't agree on everything. We need each other on stuff sometimes. But we agree on a lot of stuff. Whenever we get together and talk, there are a lot of things we agree on. Like there's things he says, because I'm not super left, first of all. So, or super black or super anything. I'm getting a little militant here in some things, but I'm very much open to talking to people. I like people. And I was just going, yeah, I'm gonna have this person here from, who goes out hunting and wears camo all the time and big beard. But like we laugh and joke and hug and talk when we see each other and really have a great time together. And Flo Boys sitting with my friend says, hi, Flobito. Good morning. Buenos dias. I said Christmas Eve. Shit. I meant New Year's Eve. Okay, so we're going to edit the video. Thank you, Flo, for catching that. I'm old and tired. Maybe people will just tune in anyway. I'll let everybody know it's supposed to be New Year's Eve. That's what to do. Dang it. You should never try to set up a thing when you're drinking spiked eggnog. I can always lead up to Flobo to catch my flaws all the time. That's what he does. No, but I like friends of different. I wonder if I can edit the video now while I'm talking to you guys. Let's see if that works. Let's see if I can edit the video right now to change the. I wonder if that messes up the live. If I'm still live, let me know. I'm changing it to New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't mess up anything. Save. Okay. Now I'm gonna go. Hopefully I'm still live. Am I still live? Is this thing still on? I think I'm still live. I changed it. I'm still live. Flaws. Yes. I know it's hard to believe. I do have flaws. Oh, Texas Ranger fan caught it, but yeah, but see when Texas Ranger fan says it, it didn't matter to me. It's when you say it, Flowo. That's when it mattered. That's when it mattered. See, I don't know Texas Ranger fan personally. Hey, follow me at flowvideo.com. No, I'm talking we are part of, okay. I like having friends. I like having friends of different backgrounds because they bring other perspectives to you. It's just a little different. I don't know. I just kind of. I was reading some comments though. So the virus is like going crazy, and I was reading all the comments, just the comments. I'm like, we're going to hell in a handbasket. We are. Excuse my language this morning. We are fucked. We are. I'm like, we are just simply fucked. And no one can agree on anything. We just can't. We can't come together to save our lives, literally. Can't come together to save our lives. And I was just like, that is just, where's the unity? Where's the coming together? Where's the village? The village is fractured, folks. It is. And I don't know what to do. I'm not trying to bring people together, and I don't know. And I do little bits and pieces, but I can't bring people together. I'm looking at, even people were saying we should stay home right now. I say limit your New Year stuff. Because literally in my family, I just had a COVID scare, right? I don't have it. But I had a COVID scare because one person in the whole family had COVID. I Susan Russo. And endangered for like 40 people. And so then I hear this whole narrative of we're all going to get it one day. I'm like, no, that's like why are we putting that out there? Like, why you guys say it like that? Like, why are we doing this to feed us attitude? But then I look at all the comments. Anytime I post, I look at the comments. We can't even agree on anything. We can't even agree. My friend is at Walt Disney World right now, and it is packed to the gills. Packed to the gills. And I saw the Instagrams, and half had masks on, half didn't. I have people yelling at me, you can't be scared, you can't do this, you can't. I'm like, yes, I can. I can do what the fuck I want. But I'm like, this is a virus. It's like, this is actually a public health issue. And if we all work together, we probably could help eradicate it sooner. I just know with the gay community back when AIDS, and the Black community too, back when AIDS was running rampant, a lot of people just were deciding, I just can't. I'm not going to stop having sex. I'm not going to use a condom. They're going to tell you what to do. There's this whole thing about people saying, don't tell me what to do. But there's this weird thing, though, where we wear seatbelts. We just do. That's just what we do. I got vaccines as a kid. I mean, I got vaccinated in the early 70s. But we all did. It was just nobody fought it. Nobody upset. We just did it. And now we have all these problems. People just say no. So it's just really interesting. I was like, we can't, especially in America, we can't agree at all. Like, just like there are folks say there is no racism. Or they say there is racism. Or they say there is no racism. There is racism. Like, we can't agree on anything. Like, I could say the sky is blue and the sky is fucking blue. Right in front of you is blue. And somebody go, no, James, it's not blue. It's green. All right, it's blue. But I'll say it's green just because. But I'll say it's yellow. Like, no, it's blue. It's like, it's just kind of crazy. It's like, it's just all this, or they'll say it's not blue, it's cerulean. It's cyan. Just because. Everybody's trying to exercise their rights to have their rights. I just wonder if it's really helping us at all. I don't think it is. YMCA song. I just don't. I don't know if it's helping us. I don't think it is. I think we're doomed. And I try not to be. I try to be a positive person, and I try to be, not feel hopeless. But I do sometimes. When it comes to the state of the world, I'm just like, we're screwed. We're just all screwed. So they come together. I live in Inglewood, where it's changing. A little gentrified here now. It's getting there. Now, if you know where Inglewood is, it's by LAX. It's near the SoFi Stadium, the Forum, by the water, by the beach, by all the stuff. And it used to be white. When I moved here 50 years ago, it was white, and then became black. Then became black and Latino. Then became Latino, and now it's becoming white again. And everybody's upset because, of course, the prices of rents. I don't rent, but prices of rents are going up. I'm saying they're upset. They're tearing down mom and pop places to put other stuff up, of course. All that stuff that happens. I watched it happen in San Francisco and other cities. I watched it happen in Brooklyn. My grandmother's place in Brooklyn, when I first was going there in the 80s, it was West Indians and Dominicans and all that stuff. And it was just like, you smelled the food, everybody had loud music and everything. And now when I put their first I did put a yoga studio on the corner of Fort Hamilton Parkway and West and East 4th, my grandmother's block. I was like, a yoga studio? Where did that come from? Now, I like yoga, so I don't mind that so much, but I was like, okay. Then on the other corner, they have a place called Hamilton's. I actually met the guy. He was from Top Chef. He was actually super nice. He'd give me a little discounts to be my grandmother because we were right across the street. And he was like, but it was like, it became the crowd changed. And then in her building, it became more and more white, less Filipinos, less Dominicans, less West Indians. Just the area, I just watched it change. Until it changed. As it changed for the better, I don't know. That's another thing too. I don't even know if it's any safer than it was before. Hello, Phil's 55555. I couldn't tell you. I took the subway, still I think the F train, to go out there and get off the same stop. It looked the same to me in terms of just kind of people around and stuff. And her area wasn't super dangerous, like super dangerous. Other parts of New York, they're way more dangerous. But I'm like, I don't even know if it was any better. They changed it to now they call it Kensington area. It's just crazy. Trust me, Brooklyn is little Manhattan. Daisy Flower, maybe fighting words. I don't know if Flobo's still in here. He's from Brooklyn. I don't know if he's still in here. Candace Mack. Here's my theory. If you allow negativity to get to you, it takes apart. Here's my Daisy Flower for that terms, yes. Brooklyn is very expensive now, like Manhattan. Here's my theory. If you allow the negativity to get to you, it takes a part of you away. So you will start to think and act like the negative people. So keep some positivity, think of a better day. Candace Mack, that sounds wonderful and beautiful. That sounds very noble, but I'm being real right now. Like this is real. This is real talk. I'm probably one of the most positive people will know out there. I'm not positive all the time. It does get to me. There are times when it totally gets to me. I mean, you are right. It does say it eats away at you, but it can't eat away at you. You just can't help it. The negativity is everywhere. It's permeating some of my friends. It's permeating who I work with. It's permeating, everything. I try. Floor Boy, Stacey Flowers, Brooklyn, born and raised. So it's Flobo. And there's a different stop with that little man mentioned fight or not. See, there you go. I told you, started. Fight. Brooklyn, fight. I'll hold my rant for a second. Brooklyn is the largest borough of all the 5 boroughs in New York. If you didn't know this already. Here she goes. Flatbush Junction. I am now in Carnegie. Yeah. My family was always Park Slope, Prospect Park, Hamilton Parkway. They're over there. But then my family was half Manhattan, half Brooklyn. So my mother and them were from Spanish Harlem, 101st and Lexington. And then my grandmother was from Washington Heights, 155th in Amsterdam. And then the other side family was in Brooklyn, always over there. So I had both perspectives. I'd always go and visit them both when I came to New York. It was always like I went here, I spent time a week here and a week there, or 2 weeks here and 2 weeks here. I always went to Bow. And I remember back in the day, never the twain shall meet. Flatlands, Flatbush and Flatlands Avenue. That's right, kids. Somebody's naming their areas. Yes. It was always my Manhattan folks like didn't go to Brooklyn. My Brooklyn folks didn't go to Manhattan. It was always about there were two separate things. I always laugh. There were even taxis that wouldn't go to Brooklyn from Manhattan. I know. I said I correct myself. See, once again, Flobo checks my flaws. I'm just waking up. Just give my car. I corrected myself after I said that. I'm trying to. Carnegie is Pittsburgh. That's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing. I'm from there too. Whole other thing. See, you flow right there, just like a gnat, just right there, just flying around me. Party's Chinese restaurant in New York. I'm drinking Junior's cheese. I'm drinking Junior's cheesecake French vanilla coffee right now. Speaking of a Brooklyn fan fave, and there was one waitress that has been was there for like 90 years. I don't know. I'm explaining. And my late grandmother, we went there, and she was saying from Mel's New York Reviews. See, there you go. And Mel's from New York also, you guys. Another New Yorker. I quit correcting. Let James have his moments. Shit, I'm just waking up. Fuck. Coffee hasn't kicked in yet. I have a doctorate, folks. I'm a smart person. I am. I swear it. Bed-Stuy. My uncle went to school in Bed-Stuy. He got sent there. He had to send buzz. He got sent there. He had to go to school there. There was some kind of like gift to school, some school. He had to go over there. My New York roots are like I had family in Crown Heights, which was predominantly Hasidic Jew. My great grandmothers lived in a place over there. And see, now I know Buffalo. My family's from West Seneca. I have family in West Seneca. I used to go to Buffalo, West Seneca all the time. Visit my cousin Jamie and all them up there. So I know Buffalo, New York too. I know upstate New York. All these New Yorkers. I love it. I know all of it. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know the rents. So I love that all these Brooklyn folks are in here right now. All these New York folks are in here right now. It's so funny. I should just retile this the Brooklyn show or New York show. I love New York. New York's my magic city. I've not been in 3 years since the pandemic. I miss it very much. I do want to go and see over there. I used to go to this place called Food Town. It was the grocery store on Caton Avenue. To go over there all the time. I used to walk over there for my grandmother and go to Food Town. They had all my products there too, all my Caribbean products there too that I needed. That's why I missed the Puerto Ricanness of my family back there. My New Yorkerness of my family back there. Yes, it is a thing, folks. New York's a thing. I miss going down to Alphabet City and going to the New York Poet Cafe. The bomb. They had the best spoken word. It was tiny. The place is tiny. And it was the best. It was the best. The best. I used to go there and get some good food, and see some good spoken word. Back we could all crowd in together. See another upstate New York person. There we go. See us in there. Texas. I don't know. Texans in the building. I don't know. I have friends from Texas. My girl Lucretia, she's from Texas. Lucretia Lyon. LACRETIA LYON, because there's only one. That's her thing. Very much. Well, it's funny because I grew up, my father's parents from Louisiana. So it's kind of I had the Creole people in Louisiana, which is a very strong identity. And my New York people and Caribbean people, New York and the Caribbean, very strong identity. Then I have my Dutch folks in Holland, very strong identity. You have Food Town. They have a good bakery. I like Food Town. Oh, I miss going there. Let's go shopping. I think, okay, Grant Susie, I'll go shopping. I'll go shopping for you. Just give me the list. I'll do it for you. And she let me go. And usually I was there around this time period. I used to come after Christmas and spend time there for New Year's. I was just telling a story yesterday how we used to go, my brother and I would go down to Times Square and be in there with all that stuff. We always found a spot off to the side. So our trick was we take the subway and, sorry, New York people, we were not from New York. We take the subway in, get off like at 52nd or 50th, and kind of find a way kind of in the back end, in a corner, we have a thermos of drinks of champagne. He's not supposed to bring alcohol to the Times Square celebration, and we'd actually be off behind, kind of behind to the side of the ball, and we always found our little spot, So no, I didn't know Biggie Smalls or any of them. I wish I knew them. They're all my age. They're all my time period, but I didn't know any of them. I didn't know any of those folks. Somebody asked me I knew JLJ. I said, she's from the Bronx. I didn't go to. It's funny. I never went to the Bronx until I was grown. Never went. I've been to Staten Island a couple times, Brooklyn, of course, all the time, Manhattan. But when it came to the Bronx and Queens, I went to Queens. I was an adult. I went to Queens or Bronx. I was in my 40s before I went there. I never went to those two boroughs. Never had to. It wasn't until somebody I knew who moved there that I went. Just never did. Chicory. No, I don't like Chicory. Called Soho, called Lenny's. Oh, we're gonna start talking about food places and Lombardi's Pizza. My favorite place, my buddies. Shout out to my folks at Bleecker Street Pizza, Bleecker Street and 7th Avenue South in the West Village. Tony, all the guys there. I love their pizza. My favorite. I'm on the wall. If you go there, you'll see me on the wall. Because one night I was drunk with my friends we were visiting, and somehow I got behind the counter and I was taking the pizza out of it. I was like, put the pizza in my hand into the oven. Don't know how. I don't remember why I was back there. I also hear my friends go, "Is that James behind the counter shoveling pizza?" But I know those guys there. They're great. The pizza is the bomb. I love them. Of course, I love the West Village, of course. They're great. You're in Queens right now. Hey, Queens. You're the Queen of Queens. I've heard Lombardi's, of course, but that's my thing. I know Bronx was scary back in the day. Remember New York was scary back in the day. I remember I was a kid. I remember being told, first I went to New York as a kid in the 70s. You might get mugged. Everything. I think it was everything. My grandfather carried a big stick. Carried this giant stick with them wherever we went on the subway. He goes, stay close to me. I stay close to him. My grandfather was like 6 feet tall and stuff. So yeah, it's very funny. I remember it was great. I never got jumped or anything. We never got anything that never happened to us. But it was supposed to be very scary. Get pickpocketed. Oh, another person in Queens, Joni THC. Okay, then New York is in the house. New York is in the house, kids. I love it. This is a very New York episode. I did not realize that. I love New York. I should drink my New York mug. I'm drinking my Puerto Rico one. I should bring my New York mug out tonight. I had it yesterday. I had my New York mug yesterday, and today we're about New York. My friends, my family in the Midwest say pop also. But I lived in Pittsburgh. So there's a question. There's another question too. I'm sorry up there. What was the other one up there? Let me go look. Let me look. Did I miss anything? Oh, well, see what. Okay, so here's the deal. So I'm born and raised. I was born in Los Angeles. So I wasn't born in there. I wasn't born in New York. I was born in Los Angeles. I've lived all over. So I was born in LA, raised here, and then I lived in New York for a while, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Sacramento. I moved around as I'm old. So you stream now. Stay in. Text. Oh, don't leave the channel because you're not getting enough from New York. You get to hear all the New York stories. Maybe one day folks from Texas will come in and we'll talk about Texas stuff. I've been to every major city in Texas. I've been to every single one. So I know those. I do know every city in Texas. But stay in. See, here's a great example, Texas Ranger fan, of I'm saying how I like have people from different backgrounds. You're from Texas. A lot of folks in the chat are from New York of some sort. How interesting is that? Now you're hearing other things. So it's very different. And I like that, right? It's something different, right? I've been in many rooms where I feel like I'm othered. And I'm not one of the majority. And it feels weird at first, right? And then after a while, you're like, oh, this could be really nice. I'll be part of the majority. It's kind of fun in some cases. And Orange County. Okay, yes, there you go. Orange County, yeah, we don't do Orange County. Not LA. Very like, the orange curtain, they can keep it down there. If I never visit there ever again, it would not be too soon. But yes, everywhere I go, I can eat food anywhere. I have food places everywhere I go. Whataburger is my favorite place in Texas. I need some Whataburger. The Whataburger spicy ketchup. I actually went on Amazon and bought some and had it shipped to LA. My mother had Junior's cheesecake shipped from New York to LA in dry ice. I mean, there's places I love that I'm like, I've been to 42 states. I can tell you each place what food I liked. And food. And Cleveland, I have family in Cleveland. I know Cleveland, Parma Heights, Shaker Heights, Medina, Middleburg Heights. I love my cousins in Cleveland. Love them in Cleveland. Love them, love them, love them. Yes, Kirsten, you have been to Los Angeles. I know that personally. Yeah, it's so yeah, Cleveland is the bomb. Yeah, Cleveland is the bomb. I like Cleveland. I like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's I've been there 3 times. My favorite. It is huge. My favorite place to go to. I've seen a Cleveland Browns game there. See, I'm a Steelers fan, so sorry, Browns, Steelers, big deal. So I thought, yes, so I've done that, and everything. So I know Cleveland. I miss my Bob Evans, folks. My Bob Evans, that's my favorite. Apparently, 3 years ago today, I was in Bob Evans in Pittsburgh with my sister and brother-in-law. So I love that. I know this is a huge, you shouldn't do this in NYC, but I have rode the subway after midnight. I went to Queens just to get some food. The thing about it is, I love that in New York City, or anywhere in New York, period, you can get food 24 hours a day. LA is not like that. LA is not like that at all. It's getting there a little bit, but not really like that. New York really is a town that never sleeps. New York is really a town that never sleeps. And I remember, and for me, that always impressed me was that I can get a full-on dinner at like 3 in the morning. Yeah, we have some diners here, but I'm not talking about you can go places that literally are open only at night until the wee hours in the morning. Clubs stay open longer. It's a whole thing. I was like, Florida for Miami. I love Miami. Love me some Miami. I finally just moved there. I'm like, I want to come see you. But I did learn Miami is 3 different places. There's North Miami, and Miami Beach. I did learn that. But I've been to Miami. I've been to Miami and Miami Beach so many times. I love my Pollo Tropical. See, food. It's all about food for me. That's why I'm fucking fat. Because everything I do is about food. I love food. So I eat my way through America. That's all I do. I tell you, every place I go, I have a food memory. And what's that about? What's that about? Yes. And back to New York, give me my my pretzels with mustard on them on the street. Hot dogs on the street with grilled onions, and they're probably nasty or whatever. I don't care. They just give it to me. Yeah, it doesn't. We're not like that. New York is very. Chicago isn't like that either. They shut down. New York doesn't. Yeah, the food cart, exactly. New York's the bomb. I just think it's one of my favorite cities in the whole world. And I think it's a lot of culture, a lot of arts. It's very diverse. Lots to see. It's a walking city. I guess I am a major foodie. I can really name a state or something, and that's it. I do it. I just know food. I miss California. When I went to go see Price is Right, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. So folks, the traditions that I grew up with is that you have to have black eyed peas, some kind of pork product, and greens for good luck. It's a tradition in my family's culture. So I'll have black eyed peas being made. I don't like ham, but I like pork chops or bacon or something. So I got to figure out what to do with that. Meat wise, have some greens. Now, be my good luck. Whether it's a scoop or whatever, I have to eat that. So any luck we can get, I'll take it. Love Cracker Barrel. Love Cat's Deli. Georgia. Well, for me, Atlanta, Savannah. Oh my God, I went to Savannah before the pandemic. I was a keynote speaker at a conference for perinatal social workers. But where I was staying, there was a Zaxby's and Bojangles chicken. I love Bojangles chicken. Yes, me and Flo had to talk about this on our photo shoot about Bojangles. Love it. So that's food. That's my food in Savannah. And then in Atlanta, legal seafood, all these other places, I love the food there too. Don't trust me. I mean, I tell you, you can name any. I'll tell you what I eat any state. I can tell you what I've eaten there. If I've been there, I can tell you what I like. It's crazy. I can literally eat my way through America. And cabbage, I love cabbage. Oh, I love cabbage. Mom did very traditional black eyed peas. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a New Year's. I learned from my grandparents, my parents. It's always like black eyed peas. And the kind that I bought some in the can. I'm not doing all this hard work this year. But you get the ones you have them soak overnight. You take the shells off, so it makes it easier and softer to cook. I'm not doing all that this year. And greens, I would normally get the greens and put some ham hocks in them or neck bones, something in there, and throw it in. I'm not doing all that either. I bought some greens already done. And everything. Oh, it's greasy. Oh yeah, it's greasy. Oh yeah. Oh, it's really greasy. Half the food I'm talking about is greasy. You are absolutely correct. Bojangles is good, but greasy. It is. Okay, so yes, I know Geta because here's the thing. Okay, here's my story about Kentucky and Cincinnati. So when you fly to go to Cincinnati, you have to fly into northern Kentucky. So I always call it Kentucky Airport. And half the airport is Ohio, half the airport is Kentucky. So I would go Star Chili, which goes, and that's my Skyline chili, which I talk about all the time. Flo hates it. But also Geta, which is it's only in Ohio, it's only in Cincinnati. Nowhere else in Ohio can you get it. I try to explain Geta to people, and I like it. I think I like it. All the elements of it I like. So yes, I have had it. I've had everything. Let's see, Filipino, we must have pancit or long noodles every holiday for a long life. I like that. I like that. I like Filipino food. I grew up with a lot of Filipinos here in Los Angeles and also in San Francisco, of course, large Filipino community in Daly City in South San Francisco. My ex's son just got married, and I was joking with his mother that I said, "Oh, okay, so you'll be a Lola soon," and she started laughing. She's like, "How you know about that?" So I know Filipinos. My first girlfriend was Filipino. Germinia was her name, so I do know Filipino food. Also, and see, Sheree, your husband's something different than you. I love that. I love that you get to taste stuff. So yeah, I literally any state, I'm like, yeah. Have a good day. Happy New Year's. Feliz Prospero Año Nuevo. Yeah, so I love cabbage. Oh my God, I love cabbage. That's true, nobody knows how to cook it, but I like cabbage. I have a great cabbage recipe. I have a cabbage, potato, tomato recipe that's really good. I've made it a long time. Lots of gas. Be careful with that. In order so oh, people are texting me. So yeah, that was really good. Really good. Because I see the biz. I don't want to hear any negative stories about Tom Hanks. He's a national treasure. And so far I haven't heard anything bad about Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, here's a little everything all rosy to James Lott Jr. So Tom Hanks from Sacramento, and they are co-owners of a bar called Harlow's that's been there for 100 years. So I know one of his sons. So the Sacramento King. So all rosy back to me. So it's a little Tom Hanks, but I haven't heard anything bad about him. So I don't want to know anything bad. I don't want to know. I know it's really good. You can add sausage to it, like kielbasa sausage. It's the ball. It's good. I used to pick it all the time. But it's one of those one pot things. Grab one giant pot, throw it all in, and that's it, kids. That's it. I like comfort food. I grew up with comfort food. That's why I'm fat. That's why too much. Because I will eat. I'll have two. I miss my pierogies. I like homemade with lots of butter and cheese and potato. Oh my God. I haven't eaten breakfast this morning yet. It's earlier. It's only 9:19 here, so I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So I'm like, now I'm getting hungry. Talking about this food. So I'm like, yes, it's how long have we been on? Let's see. Where'd my chat room go? It went away. I think I'm still there, but my chat room just went away. Why'd it go away? There you go. Come on, chat room. There it is. Okay. My chat room. I love food traditions being passed down from one. Yes, I agree also. A lot of my traditions are passed down from my grandparents. My grandmother's cooked, all of them. Great grandmother's cooked. Pot food, yeah, pot food. All cooked. I was at their knee watching them because I love to eat. But I'm a good cook. I'm just shocked. I'm not. No one's married me yet because I'm here. I can cook. I'm ready. I can cook. I can throw down in the kitchen. All kind of stuff. My mom says my food always looks good when I post it. She says you always make your food look good. I go to. I'm not a chef, but I get in. I can work it out. I could totally work it out. Yeah, goulash. Yes, I'm a huge leftovers person too. I can take 5 items and make a 3-course meal out of it. I'm most kind of people. Give me 5 items, I'll make it work. And I love leftovers. I know how to take leftovers and I call them repurposing them. I do a lot when I used to go out to eat a lot, which I don't anymore because of the pandemic. When I did, I always brought home my food. I never wasted it. I always brought home. If I couldn't finish it, I brought it home. And there are times when I would actually, like there's times when I had extra potatoes or extra something, I throw an egg over it and some cheese, and there you go. There's breakfast. You know, like I always find a way, or some of the meat, if I had leftover meat, take it out of the sandwich, put it in a pan, fry it or whatever, add some stuff to it, a new meal. So I mean, I can get meals out of meals. I'm always like doggy bag me, doggy bag me, doggy bag me. I like my comment. This is where you lose me. I don't like coconut. I know it family's from the islands. I don't like coconut at all. I hate coconut. Love rice and peas, love plantains, but coconut, oh no, thank you. I will not. Oh no, I want coconut taste, coconut smell. And I've been to 13 islands. I've been to Puerto Rico many times. Been to Hawaii. Coconuts everywhere, just run around. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. At all. I know it's very Caribbean to have some peas. I love me some peas in my food. I love me some rice and peas. I do. Do you very much. I do. I love them. But see, again, I love this. Again, we're talking about something, everybody's different. And I like the fact that we all come from different backgrounds. There's something to be learned and shared by everybody. I like to hear people what they like, what they eat, their traditions. I love that. I love being around people who just do things. You know, I'm enjoying for me. No. Oh, no. But I like that. If we're all the same, it'll be boring. It just literally will be boring. Boring. And I've been places in the country where it is boring. People are boring. They're all the same. They all think the same. They look the same. Dress the same. There's nothing excited. Now, yeah, so you bring up the carrots. Now, you know my answer to that, Kirsten Marie. How I feel about a carrot. But no, I just, it's Chinese food. That's good. I miss New York Chinese food. To me, it's better than anywhere else. Jamaican background, love Cuban food. Yes, we love all that. I can't do spam. My mom had spam yesterday. She was telling me I can't do spam. I wasn't raised on it. And I tried it once. I was like, oh, no, can't do it. Not mine. Now I can do a Vienna sausage. That's one things like that. People think that's gross, but I can't do no spam. Cubans, you're a harsh critic. We go to restaurants. Oh, I'm sure. There's nothing better than homemade. But then I have been to a couple restaurants where it feels like abuela isn't back making the food. I've been there. Or grandma from down south, grandmere from down south is making that gumbo. It does taste like it's from home. Completely. There's some restaurants, they get it. They get that home cooked taste. There's homemade and there's restaurant. There's just two separate things. So I agree with you, Dolores. I mean, I don't blame you. We have Versailles, a restaurant here is Cuban. I like it. It's good. I like it out here. Only one Puerto Rican restaurant, Mofongo's. It's in North Hollywood, not near me at all. And I had one girl who was making Puerto Rican food and would make it for me. And she got pregnant and not making food anymore. Or not for us. I mean, she's making food for herself. But not for us anymore. She was good. Her name was Edith. She made good food. She made good Puerto Rican food. I was like, oh my God, it's hard to find out here. The whole Caribbean thing is harder out here in the West Coast because we're so far away. Everything out here is either Mexican, Central American, or Polynesian. So it's like I want the Caribbean stuff, and I have one Caribbean store 3 blocks away from me that I get some of my stuff from there too. They're limited. There's a Caribbean South American store in my side of town, but it's a drive, and we go there sometimes too for certain things. You know, I need my, you know, I have, there's, I'll show you, I don't have any. I think I ran out. Oh, I ran out of mine. I'll show you this one thing I love. Crab cakes. I'm not a crab cakes person. But Chinese food's the best. I like Chinese food. Love me some good old noodles. You had MSG, bitches. I'll take MSG. Hi, Diane Caps. Friday. I just can't do it. You guys can have spam. You guys can spam. Have a good time with that. I just will not. No thanks. Yes, that's hot dogs and the sauce. I've had that before. My Filipino friends. Not my favorite, but I've had it. I have. It's hard to find great Caribbean food. It is. Shit. But yeah, you can have this. You can keep the spam to yourself, and keep the spam to yourself online. I'm just not a big spam person. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't. But yeah, but I know certain. I eat oxtails, and I have friends like, you eat the tail of an ox. Like, it's so good. So I know certain things that I eat. People are just like, that's gross. But I don't eat chitterlings. I'm not that southern. I don't do chitlins. I don't do them. I tried them. I thought it was gross. Their intestines, that's fine, but I do not eat them. Those don't smell good to me. They don't taste good. I don't eat menudo. Don't eat that either. I'm not about tripe and all because I don't eat that either. But I do eat lengua. I have had cabeza, which is tongue, head. But I do pozole, but I don't do menudo. So there's certain things I don't eat. I'm like, I do draw the line. I'm like, oh, look at that. I'm not a food snob for the most part. I eat just about anything. But there's certain things I was like, at least I try. I always like to try it and then decide if I don't like it or not. I'm not one of those who's just like, I don't like it by looking at it. Sometimes it's texture, right? Sometimes it's consistency. Sometimes it's just smell. It's gross. But I'm like, no, I don't do. I tried chilling once, and I was like, oh, never again. Ugh. And chitterlings were not. I would say chitlins were not big in my particular family. I have from other families, other Black folks. My family is very Louisiana. It was very much like shrimp etouffee, gumbo, shrimp and grits. It was all that stuff. Shrimp Creole, beignets, all that stuff. It was all very much very seafood based. Everything. Spam is manufactured poison. I'm just not. Spam's been Hawaii and everything. I couldn't do it. I tried it. I was like, it wasn't for me. But see, I can't talk because I like liverwurst. I like certain things. People go, again, I like certain things. People go, that's gross. I ate calamari. I ate octopus. I ate pork belly. I love all that stuff. But I understand why you don't like it. I understand why you don't like it. I understand. I'm heavily a seafood person because I was raised on both sides of my family with seafood. And when I was a kid, I realized how rare that was. That a lot of my friends didn't back then didn't eat a lot of seafood. That was a delicacy. I'm very much that. And some section of my family was very much meat eaters. So lots of meat. I've had venison and elk and deer and buffalo and bison and they're very much the meat eaters. Some of that stuff's gamey, of course. I know liverwurst. I know. I love liver. I love. My mother ate it, and I ate it. That's not eating it. I like caviar. I like certain caviars too. Little eggs. I like them. I eat sushi. People who hate sushi. I eat sushi and sashimi. I like chicken liver. I have some chicken livers in my freezer. I like gizzards. I like giblets. I like all that stuff. A lot of stuff. I used to get fried livers and stuff at a place called Go Chicken Go in Kansas City. Speaking of places to eat somewhere else, they used to have it. I haven't had liverwurst in years either. I should buy one so it still tastes like anything. But you spread it on a cracker. Put it on a cracker, and for me, it's Ritz crackers. It's the best. Oh my God, I'm getting hungry just talking about this shit. I've had shark. Again, I grew up on seafood. I think I've had everything seafood just about in this case. I also had Chinese and Japanese godparents, so I ate a lot of things. I've eaten pigeon. I've eaten all kind of stuff. So that's So it's a very much yeah. So yes, it's very much. Try pork belly. I like pork belly. I was seafood allergic at a point when I thought I had oxygen really good. I was like, yeah, I know, Candace. And someone said, I'm lactose intolerant. At 50 years old, I was like, you gotta be shitting me. I'm a rat. I love cheese. I love milk. If they told me I can have seafood, I just would end my life. It's not gonna happen. Haggis. I think I've had it. That's goat, lamb product. I can't remember. Remind me what that is. I think I've had it. It's Scottish, right, or Irish? I think I've had it. I think I didn't mind. I think I liked it. California sushi rolls. Yeah, those are very easy to eat, Candace. I like that's very easy. So we love it. Yeah, but I love shrimp. I have extra shrimp in my freezer. I always have shrimp for every occasion. I have shrimp, crab. Also, I love all that stuff. I do. I love it. Oh, I love it. Whenever I see fish products or seafood products on sale in the store, I buy it. I buy it, I freeze it, and just pull it out when I need it. Because seafood is expensive. It can be expensive. But even meat's expensive right now. I've gone to the store. It's expensive. I was like, I haven't had a steak. I've been craving a steak for like 2 months. I haven't had a steak for so long, and it's too expensive. I'm not paying $12 for a piece of steak. Scottish, yeah. I think I may have had it. Just remind you what haggis is. I think I've had it, and I think I liked it. I can't remember. It's food talk. Oh, I had a banana this morning, but that's something like shrimp salad. Okay, you guys are like going, okay. I had gumbo the other day. I made some chicken gumbo the other day. It was okay. I like seafood gumbo the best. It's the roux that I like in a seafood gumbo. So yeah, so I've traveled, I like food, friends and family, different races and backgrounds. I think diversity is so important. It makes the world go round. But I think we're going backwards. And I just think I'm looking at people like from the beginning of this conversation, they are just no one is agreeing on anything anymore. Everybody's just fighting over everything. Everybody's just like, and I know that our governments have been giving us some mixed messages on certain things. So I get that part too. So I don't know. I woke up this morning going, I have lost friends for the last 2 years because of differences. Some of them were just so severe I couldn't look at them anymore. That's from all sides, not just like Republican friends. I've had friends who are just too extreme on every side that I couldn't even look at it anymore. Having it in my timeline was too much. And so my hopelessness is happening more and more. Haggis is liver, heart, and lungs with sheep's bunny. Yeah, I think I liked it. That's fine. I don't mind that kind of stuff. I can't remember what it was on, but I think I had it. It sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. But it makes me. I think I'll go eat. Make me hungry. It's 9:30. I need to eat. I've been up since 6. So I'm going to end. This is great. I love it. This is a great. Again, these talks you never know where they're going to go. No, so far nobody called me. Tony didn't call me this morning. My mother didn't call me this morning, so that's kind of funny. Who knows? Maybe back on tomorrow. New Year's. I've done this every day to see so far. I've done this every day for like last week. So who knows? Maybe I'll come on tomorrow and talk to you guys. Again, I have a Patreon, $5, $10, and $20 limits, tiers. Gives you all kind of bonus stuff with James Lott Jr. So patreon.com/James Lott Jr. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee/James Lott Jr. I have a Venmo, James-Lott-7. I don't know. You want to buy me something? Give me money, buy lunch or something. These are all fun things that I have for all the work that I do for you guys. I do for free half time. I love it. I'm living my best life in terms of my career. This is the best career I've ever had of all my careers. So I'm very happy to be here. Subscribe, James Lott Jr. Do that too. So somebody call him. I know no one called me today. I was like, nobody called me. Everybody called me. Dang it. Tomorrow on the docket, today, the Boba Fett after show. I talked about episode 1. It came on yesterday. I talked about episode 1. And I gotta look at my big release schedule. On my Patreon, I released a script of an unproduced show that I have. You can look at that. Tomorrow is the Kringles season 1 finale. I love that show. We've already recorded a spinoff little series. I think it should be. I'm so glad. Spinoff series. So but the original series, season 1 ends tomorrow. Mistletoe Road is a huge hit for us. Season finale is on Monday. Isn't Izzy part 2 debuts this Saturday, written by Full Voice. And Rapid Rita and the Speedster begins on Tuesday, a new series about superheroes that are bumbling idiots. So lots of happening on JLJ Media. Check out my Dynasty 2, the Colby's After Show. Check out my Dallas After Show this week, new episodes. Yes, I'm very, very, yes. Check all my stuff out.